In the heart of ancient Egypt, beneath the blazing sun and beside the waves of the Mediterranean, there once stood a sanctuary of light, the great Library of Alexandria, a temple not of gods, but of knowledge. Built by the successors of Alexander the Great, it rose like a dream from the sands, a beacon to the scholars of the world. Here, scrolls from Babylon, Greece, Persia, India, and beyond rested side by side. Whispers of mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and mysteries long forgotten. In this place, minds dared to map the stars, question the heavens, and unravel the very fabric of the cosmos. But not all flames illuminate, some destroy, and in time, the light that burned so brightly would be swallowed by fire. A fire that consumed not just papyrus and parchment, but memory itself. What secrets perished with those flames? What truths were lost that might have changed the course of history? It began as a vision, a dream born from conquest. Alexander the Great swept through the ancient world like a storm. But amid the ruins of empires, he dreamed of something more enduring than victory. A city, a legacy, a lighthouse of thought to rival any throne. And so Alexandria was born. When Alexander died, his general Ptolemy claimed Egypt and the dream. Under his rule and his dynasty, the library rose. It was not merely a building, but an idea, a place where all knowledge of the world would be gathered, preserved, studied, understood. Ships docking in Alexandria were searched, scrolls were copied, originals were kept. From Homer to the Vedas, from Egyptian medicine to Chinese astronomy, nothing was beyond reach. The dream was imperial, but the goal was eternal, to capture all human thought, to house the very soul of civilization. Within the marble halls of the library, the world's greatest minds gathered, philosophers, poets, mathematicians, astronomers, all drawn to this beacon of wisdom by a singular promise, truth above all. Among them was Eratosthenes, who measured the earth with nothing but a stick and a shadow. Hipparchus, who mapped the stars. Herophilus, who studied the human body when others dared not. Here, East met West. Greek ideas debated with Egyptian mysticism. Hebrew scrolls whispered beside Babylonian tablets. Knowledge was not hidden, it was pursued relentlessly. The library housed over 400,000 scrolls, each a vessel of ancient wisdom, and at its heart, the Mausoleum, a temple not of gods, but of reason. It was sacred, not in religion, but in purpose. Yet, even flames fed by truth can be snuffed out by fear. But who would dare burn a temple of thought? And why does history remember so little of its fall? No one can say with certainty when the fire began. Some blame Julius Caesar, his siege igniting the harbor, the flames leaping from ships to scrolls. Others whisper of fanatics and emperors, each with motives buried beneath ash. What is certain is that knowledge died. Scrolls that held cures, maps, histories, philosophies vanished in smoke. Ideas that had taken lifetimes to write, now lost in a single breath of fire. A library that sought to preserve all truth, erased by the fears of men. The silence that followed was deafening. It would take the world over 1,000 years to reclaim what had been known. Civilization stumbled in the dark. Where there was once light, only ruin. But what if some scrolls survived, hidden in the sands, guarded by time, waiting for eyes ready to see? What was lost in Alexandria's flames? Not just books, but worlds. Mathematics ahead of its time. Medicine that could have saved millions. Maps of lands uncharted, stars unnamed. The wisdom of Babylon, the records of Egypt, the teachings of India and China, all gathered and gone. Hypatia, last scholar of the library, was torn apart for defending reason. She died with the ideals of the ancient world, truth, inquiry, and courage. In the silence after the fire, humanity forgot. We forgot what we once knew, what we once were, and in that forgetting, We were made slaves to time. But can what was lost ever be recovered? Or are there embers still glowing in the ashes, waiting to reignite the world? Though the flames consumed the shelves, not all was lost. Fragments survived, smuggled by scribes, hidden in monasteries, translated in secret. Arabic scholars in Baghdad, Christian monks in Ireland, Jewish mystics in Spain, all carried echoes of what Alexandria once held. Through them, Plato lived, Aristotle spoke, Pythagoras whispered in the dark. When the Library of Alexandria was destroyed, it was as if the mind of an entire civilization had crumbled. But ideas, real ideas, cannot burn. They endure, like embers beneath the ash. Alchemy became chemistry. Astrology gave birth to astronomy, and from the ruins, a new light rose, the Renaissance. Alexandria burned, but its fire became the spark of the modern world. So if knowledge survived once in secret, could ancient truths still be hiding, waiting to awaken again? What if the Library of Alexandria is not just a memory, but a warning? A cautionary tale for every age that hoards knowledge and every empire that fears it. Power fears wisdom, tyranny fears truth, and history shows when the wise are silenced, civilizations collapse. In our world of servers and satellites, are we building a new library or a new fire? Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Alexandria fell when arrogance met ignorance, when those in power believed knowledge could be owned or destroyed. But the flame of wisdom cannot die. It passes from voice to voice, scroll to screen, page to page. The Library of Alexandria still burns inside all who seek truth. The question is no longer what was lost, but what are we willing to preserve before the next fire begins?